What is going on, Exa community? This is Exostomp here, and joining me, of course, as always, is Galaxybomb. We are here for the Week 5 Power Rankings. So, now this one, okay, it's no real surprise because even with a win, I think they would still be in 7th, but it's gonna be the Seattle Jose Stunfetched. Now, their game this week was actually pretty fun to watch, I would say, at least. A lot of cool things came out, like Dragon Rush, Dracovish, the Savali Fire, which was new, decent. We had, what was it? What else was there? I think there was something else. I'm just thinking what other moves that we saw that was different. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. What I was a little concerned about was them not bringing Cinderace, as looking at the matchup, Cinderace would have done a lot of work. I mean, they had Court Change, which would have been good against the spikes and the sticky webs. Yep. Yeah, I mean, they could have even brought both if they wanted to, but nonetheless, it was still okay. I would have liked to see Cinderace, but they did a lot of work with Savali Fire, which I'd like to see. And for our next one, no surprise, it's gonna be us. Wow. Yeah, Obstagotum. Ooh, their Coco is scary, guys. Never underestimate Coco. I learned that the hard way. I think we both did. But, yeah, if you want to watch our game, I'll probably put a link to it in the description, as well as probably right now in the video. But, yeah, we don't need to talk about it too much. But for our 5th spot is going to be 11th pick. So, 11th pick, actually, that was their game versus Seattle Jose Stunfetched, and like we talked about, all the moves that they brought for both sides were really awesome. Yep, that the Whirlpool Latios was cool. Yeah, I really like to see that as well. But yeah, both sides played very different, which I liked, and this is the reason why I was like excited for this week. There's a lot of teams that are very even in the amount of like games that they've played, or the play styles were very like even. So I really like to watch every single match this week. I know there was only 3 because there's only 7 teams, but still awesome to watch. For our next one, we got the Northeast Noivern. So, the Northeast Noiverns, they actually, yeah, their bye was this week, so they didn't really change too much at all, basically. Only just, getting a win. But, yeah, nothing really to talk about here. But they are still in the slot of winnings. So, yeah, top 4. So, if they do stay in here, they will be moving on to playoffs. But they still need a win. Yeah, so they would need to like lose twice, which could happen. They do have some really strong matchups for the next 2 weeks. I think it's Obstagotum and Overdrive. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, they're versing the top 3, or some of the top 3s for the next 2 weeks, which is going to be really hard for them. But if they've been playing like they've been, I think they'll be fine. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll see what happens. I do want Stunfetch to win at least a game, because I know that they can do it. They have good teams. Good mons. Yep. For our 3rd place spot, we have none other than Team Offsagodum, the people that we versed this week. Well, yeah, I think Tapu Koko is tied with one other mon for the top differential. I think. Yeah, I think it was Coco and someone else. But these kills and stuff, these are actually from this week. They actually were played. I had to sort of fix the win-loss and differentials because I already updated it before we did this because I totally forgot power rankings. But the win-loss and differential is all good for week 5. So don't mind the games played or anything yet. We'll get to that for next week. And for 2nd place, we got Overdrive DS. They actually dropped from their throne of not having a loss, which is crazy. They were versing Weird Time Zone Gang, which was, like I said, it was going to be a really cool match to watch. There was a lot of setup on both sides, which I like to see, especially for Weird Time Zone Gang, because they have a lot of stall. But really awesome games to watch. Do you have anything else to add on? Yeah, it's really sad to see Zeraora not putting in too much work because we're so used to it getting so many kills. But it still got 8 kill on Chansey, which was actually really big. But nonetheless, let's move on to their opponent, which is number 1, and it's gonna be Weird Time Zone Gang. So we did beat them. That was their only loss. But they're back here at first, which, you know, it makes sense. The top 2 teams are some of the best players that we've seen so far in the EDL, so it does make sense. The Blastoise finish off the game. Yeah, the Toxtricity ran Shift Gear, which was scary. I don't think we saw much from it though, but yeah, definitely. The only thing that we actually haven't seen yet is the Haxorus. Not one game from that Haxorus, which is pretty weird. Haxorus with Mold Breaker, it seems like it'll do a lot of work to a lot of these teams, so hopefully we see it this week. Okay, I'm just thinking Mold Breaker, like Mold Breaker Earthquake versus all these Rotoms that are running around. It sounds good to me. Especially like Choice Banded Outrage does a ton to a lot of these mons, but nonetheless, thank you guys for watching today. Next week, well, it's gonna be one of the last weeks, week 6. It's actually gonna be the last week that we're playing, and then we have a bye for the last week, which is crazy. So yeah, we need a like 6-0 11th pick, which is probably, you know, it's probably not gonna happen, honestly. But we'll try our hardest, man. Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for joining. If you did like, be sure to like, you know, subscribe if you guys are new. But yeah, peace out, guys.